Rachel. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Sweet Tea. You made it this time, you did. Hello. Hello. You have to excuse my eyes because I've been down to meet another reborn mummy today. Been down to see a reborn mummy today at her house, and she has dogs, and for some reason they've made my eyes irritated. So can everybody hear okay? Hello, Auntie Ruth's got Millie. You trying to read? Are you trying to read? Why don't you just wave instead? Yes, Carla, you made it, which is good, Auntie Carla, because we've got something to show you today, not this big teddy bear. One thing we have learnt is that Miss Maisie here likes teddy bears, don't you, Maisie? Hey, you like teddy bears, you do. And thanks, Ruth. So my friend Roz also has a little one, the same kit as Maisie. They are the Millicent kit by Ping Lao, and she looks even more tinier than Maisie. And I don't know if that's because of Maisie's hair, her colouring, all her freckles. But my friend's little one looks even tinier, which is very strange. Millie loves saying, what have you got here? Which ones have you got? You've got this one. So we've got this one. This is a little lamb, isn't it? It's not really a teddy. This is a lamb. It's a plush, though. So it's plush. It's a little lamb. And you also found the little doggy. There. Is she 28 inch? I think she might be. I don't know, though. Her legs are shorter than Annie's, and Annie's 28 inch. So Annie is Annie by Donna Rupert, and she is 28 inches. I don't know, maybe she's 26, Sweet Tea. Not sure. She is small. Because a lot of people think that this kit is really big until they see it, until they actually see it. Whereas when you see Raya by Ping Lao with a big smiley face like Toby, then that is as you expected. But Maisie, say thank you, Auntie Sherry. Think who has the same hands? Who has the same hands, Sweet Tea? Woo. Woo, woo, woo. I think a lot of Ping Laos have the same hands, don't they? And also Toby, yeah, Toby is bigger, yeah. What hands are the same? Mila, yes, Mila, that's right, because Roz today has a Mila. She has a Mila and Millicent, and they both almost the same. Tammy's new baby came today. Yay for the babies! Say yay for new babies! Whoa! Have you got a name, Tammy? Can you share a name yet or not? We do like to hear the names. But I bought Adele. So bloomin' lush. Actually, when I was at Roz's today, she has 2 IKEA children's beds, 2 of the toddler beds, and they are stacked one on top of the other. They are joined together. So her husband or she, I don't know, joined them together. But they make great bunk beds. So that's given me another thought. So I was in the nursery just now thinking, interesting. I could maybe put 2 of those beds, then you could fit more on. They could bed share a bit better then, one at either end. So that was a very interesting thought that we had there. More beds, more babies. Yes, Sherry, that is exactly what I was thinking. So it's the small bed from IKEA. Tammy, I'm always looking. Tammy, I'm not always looking, but they do come looking for me, don't they? Like you, like this little lady here. Hello, Maisie. My name's Maisie. My name's Maisy. Come over here. So that was really interesting today. Ros has moved and she's got a small nursery, and it was just how she configured it was like, Auntie Ruth, I know. And I was just like, ooh, I was like, that is such a good idea, Ros, because they make great sized bunk beds. They're smaller than average bunk beds. They're a bit bigger than the bunk beds Russell's made me. And they just look fab. Yes, definitely, Sherry. Check out the toddler beds. I'll be going after Christmas. Ruth, exactly. Ruth says she wasn't entirely looking, but James called to me. So there is James's new mummy in the chat. And I changed him, Ruth. So just hang on a mo. You talk to your aunties there. Here he is, Ruth. So Ruth is James's new mummy at the end of January. And I changed him, Ruth. I thought you might like to see him tonight, so I changed him. Look at him. He's so cute. Ah, say hello, Mummy. Won't be long, Mummy. Won't be long. Mwah. Won't be long. He's so gorgeous, I know, but, you know, new ones come along. Mwah. New ones. You've been a bit neglected, haven't you, lately? Hey. So it won't be long. You'll have your new mummy. Oh, Ruth. Oh, I love that, Ruth. Oh, Ruth, you're going to love him. He is so cuddly. He's just such a lovely squish. Look, he is such a lovely squish. Oh. See, none of us were looking. Hi, Becky. Becky says she wasn't looking at the doll show, but little Iris jumped out at me. No, Becky, you're right. This is what happens. This really is what happens. That Vella outfit, Tammy, is from M&S. And I got that for James when I got him. So I got James, goodness me, last year? I think it was last year. And that was my first introduction to Amy, who has done my repaints or my touch-ups on Timothy and Frankie. So I got that one first, and then I saw more of her work and at a doll show. And then that's when I asked her about if she would do the work on Frankie. I bet you can't wait. He will be getting lots of cuddles. Oh, I love that. I love that. I go to REBORN's. Oh, I don't go on anywhere else, Sherry. Always finding someone who needs to come home. I don't really do that. I go to the doll shows, as you know. But, yeah, it's usually someone that I know has posted a baby that they like, or they've been somewhere and seen some. So that's usually, I don't usually like to blind buy. Tammy, you didn't realise James was such a cutie. Yeah, the Guccian is just lovely. And I do love him with no hair. I really do love the no hair. But I don't know if you guys have seen, my Sansa is coming along so nicely. Ooh! She's taken off all of the shiny. She's taken off the yellow. And yes, she's looking really good. So it might not be, I might not have as long to wait for her as I thought I would. Yeah, Sweet Tea has just got a Gucci herself because she fell in love with James. So she just got a Gucci herself. And Becky was there. Where was Becky? I wanted to go back a bit to where Becky said. Becky said about picking her baby up. You don't always know, do you? You just don't know. Tried to get Millie into pajamas, but she's being awkward. Well, there's too much going on. I'm sure she doesn't want her pajamas on. That's exactly. And I was going to get this little lady ready for bed, but I'm not sure she will want to either. But I brought her here because I wasn't so sure if in the video that I did, Sherry, I fell in love with Sarah Joy and needed one for me. Well, that's not hard. Sarah Joy is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I didn't like Sarah Joy in red, but with the red dress with the robins on, because it's white and then just red around the skirt and red around the sleeves, it just looks completely different than just red, bright red on her. So yeah, I really like that on her. It'll be interesting to see what the red tartan dress I bought as well for her. The robin dress is gorgeous, isn't it? So well made as well. But anyway, I thought that you might like to see her dress in more detail. See, because it's got llamas all over it. It's got llamas and donuts and dinosaurs. It's absolutely beautiful dress, and it's lined. It's really, really nice on her. Like Annabelle doesn't like any of the frill, and so it didn't look right on her. Didn't fit Molly that good. But they've also got little hats and little presents, so it's kind of like a Christmas dress in different colours. You see there's a present there. And oh, there's a sloth. And I think the dinosaur there has got, yeah, the dinosaur's got a hat on. It's got snowflakes on as well. And Maisie, Millie, who's on there with Ruth, she's been making snowflakes today. Paper snowflakes, which I suspect Carla's been making things like that with all of the children that she looks after in a preschool. Have you been doing lots of Christmas activities, Carla? Because I should imagine you have. Well, this isn't really soft, but it's just nice. I mean, like on my babies, I like baby grows. And traditionally in this country, we had like lots of woolen clothes for babies. And then the cotton came along more. We had terry toweling baby grows. And because they're breathable and they soak up lots of stuff, we had terry toweling bibs, terry toweling nappies. And so that was traditionally what we had babies in, and then just cardigans over the top. My Rebecca had hardly any dresses when she was little because I couldn't afford to buy them. We got a few hand-me-downs, but mostly she was in baby grows and cardigans in the winter, throughout the winter. She was born at the end of the summer, and then through the winter, that's what she mostly wore. And so when I post a lot of pictures of my little tiny ones, are usually in baby grows and cardigans rather than outfits. Yay for terry toweling, exactly. Rather than outfits, it wasn't really that much of a thing in England. In the UK, like the dressing them up as little people, so they say. But that's become more and more now, hasn't it? There aren't very many people that still dress babies in baby grows and cardigans, or baby grows and jumpers, or just baby grows. I think it's becoming more like in America where we call them sleepers, but they were just called baby grows back then. Aurora got to meet Santa on Saturday and tell him what she wants for Christmas. Woo! What does she want for Christmas then? What did she tell him? Do you know? So easy to change corduroy overalls. Overalls, are they trousers or are they what we call pinafore dresses? I think they're called I think we call them pinafore dresses. So they've got like the little straps up here, and where the boys have got trousers, the girls have got the dress part, the skirt part on them. Libby, I love a matinee coat. Oh, hi, Libby. Yes, 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 yes. Me too. Jumpers. 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 Okay. This is where we get the difference in culture in different places that people live. So a jumper, to some people, are pinafore dresses in some areas. But over here, a jumper is what you put on, like a woolly jumper. Jumpers are pinafore dresses. Right. Thank you. That's what I thought, Ruth. But we don't call... Ruth, do you call them that in Wales? Because we don't call them that in England. Jumpers are jumpers. They're like what you put on, you know, to keep you warm. If I just get from my wardrobe, yes, sweaters. That's it. We don't call them sweaters. We call them jumpers. And a pinafore is kind of like this, but a skirt. These are shorts, but a skirt. This is kind of like a pinafore. You call them pinafore dresses as well. Ruth, you're getting into the old American and Canadian lingo there then, because I have no idea. Yeah, it does. It does take a minute, doesn't it, to figure out different names. So over here, whenever you hear me say the word baby grows, that is sleepers in Canada and America. But traditionally over here, they were called baby grows. And then what we did, if you didn't hand them down, you'd cut the feet out so that they would have room to grow a bit. The things we did back then to save money, hey? I'll take that out of her hair. I'm gradually getting her changed. Oh, you live in pinafores. I thought, oh yeah, you've got some really good trousers though. You've got some really neat trousers, Ruth, lately. Sleepers or sleep and play. Right. Okay. Okay. Oh dear. Anyway, as well for Auntie Carla, Maisie and I wanted to show Auntie Carla something because Auntie Carla has asked us about traditions. Those trousers make you itch. That's because of the material, isn't it? Yes, I know that because I felt them. Because I live not far from Glastonbury. So if you've heard of Glastonbury Festival, folks, I live quite close to there. And Ruth, there's a lot of clothing made out of that for Glastonbury. So we have crackers. This is a tradition. Auntie Carla. This is a tradition. And it'll make some of us laugh over here in a minute. And especially the Americans, they're going to laugh like crazy. So this is a little pack that we've had for many, many years. Back when Mother Care was still going. So it is a children's Christmas dinner. Okay, we have turkey traditionally on Christmas Day. We used to be goose. It would be goose or duck, probably goose, pheasant. And then gradually we got more and more turkeys. Whoop, whoop. It's all right, Millie. It's okay. It's just Mum over here. Just drop the turkey. Just drop the turkey out the oven. Nothing unusual there on Christmas Day when Mum's had Had a bit too much sherry. Hey, it's all right, Millie. I was just drinking. I have a nice, I have a drink here in my flask, and it is Winter Charm tea. Winter Charm tea. It's spicy tea. Turkey here for Thanksgiving and ham for Christmas. Yes. Now I think turkey has made its way over from you guys over the pond, because traditionally here would be maybe a ham as well, but more often than not it would be some sort of bird, so not a chicken, but more like goose. And anyway, so this came with the turkey. So we have turkey Christmas Day, and maybe another meat. If you want another meat, we tend to have a ham. You have ham and lasagna. Most of us are sick of turkey and ham. Is that at Christmas, is it? Okay. What else have we got in here? What else have we got in here? Do you want to hold this one up? We have potatoes. So these are roasted. We don't do mashed potato. We don't do mashed potato. We have roasted potatoes. So you put your turkey in the oven to roast. None of this putting it in deep fat or anything like that I've seen. We put it in the oven to be roasted. And you put your potatoes in the oven to be roasted. Maybe with a bit of beef dripping. That's good. Oh, we like a bit of lasagna, but you know, that's not a special meal. And I suppose for us, Christmas Day is special. Maybe there are other people that don't. I mean, my daughter and her boyfriend last year had pizza. So, but whether you like it or not, people generally have turkey, and they get upset if the turkey is not on the table, even if people don't want to eat the turkey. And we have potatoes roasted. You might have boiled. If you're up north, you might also get mashed, but we tend not to do mashed potato with a roast dinner. We get sprouts. Do you have sprouts? These are like little, you have sprouts, don't you? Because I've seen them, but are they like plentiful? This is like, they're little tiny cabbages. We like sprouts. And we've got here another potato. Better get our tray out, haven't we, with it all on. So we've got our turkey, we got our potatoes, we got our Brussels sprouts, yes. A lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts because of the quite strong taste. I like Brussels sprouts. Carrots, because we have to leave a carrot out for Rudolph, because what do carrots make you? See in the dark. Carrots make you see in the dark. Now, that might be an old wives' tale, but actually they've got an ingredient in them that is better for eye health. So with all these wives' tales, there was always a reason usually for them. So we have carrots. And we've got no bacon, but we got sausages. Yeah, well, we do. A lot of people will make sprouts and bacon, maybe. But traditional meal would not. They would just be sprouts. But if you want to, you know, because I guess as well, when you're talking to traditionally, you wouldn't have been able to afford to add the extra meat and things to them. But nowadays they come with cranberries. You have mash and you're up north, Tammy. Exactly. Don't have mash down here, Tammy. Another thing I noticed up north, Tammy, is macaroni cheese. What's macaroni cheese got to do with a roast dinner? Right, okay, so we have Brussels sprouts. Then we have sausages wrapped in bacon. Oh, Mum always adds butter, double cream, salt and black pepper to the mac. Could you imagine that every week? Because mashed potato down here is like a midweek meal. It's for midweeks. I can imagine putting cream in it. You can have butter and milk, but I guess cream again would be an expense. And then we have Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding is the same sort of thing as mince pies. It was traditionally called plum pudding, but nowadays we tend to use, because it's cheaper, more mixed fruit. And so it becomes a mixed fruit pudding. And that is the pudding. And then you coat it in brandy and you set fire to it. But the best bit, I'm going to talk, yes, I am going to talk about, I love pigs in blankets. Sherry, yes, I'll talk about that one in a minute, Sherry. Eddie, you don't understand Boxing Day. You ask people, Boxing Day has got so many different ways it started. We have mostly pies for dessert. Yeah, you have like pumpkin pie, apple pie, things like that, don't you? Well, this is the main pie. This is the main pie, Christmas pudding. So it's basically made out of fruit. It's like a fruit pie, really. But it will be squished with brandy or sherry. Mother-in-law's will be loaded with brandy, and we will set fire to it. And then you serve it with cream, ice cream. I mean, there are other desserts. My daughter-in-law doesn't really like this, so we'll get her something. She'll have ice cream or something like that. But we tend not to have like the apple pies or the cherry pies or those sorts of things. We tend not to do that. We tend to have like the cheese and biscuits. We have mince pies. Mince pies, again, are like fruit. Fruit pies, little individual mince pies are like fruit pies. And we tend to have those. Oh, I didn't have one of those today at Roz's. I was going to have one today. Damn it. I like a mince pie. They're pastry. I just want to tell you about the crackers, man. Because I love the crackers. So you all have one of these at the table. Inside is the snap. So the bang, and a joke, and a like a little gift. And usually they've got to be really crap. So to be the best, I don't expect the king and the queen have them, but the best crackers are when you get the really crap little gifts inside, like a plastic thimble. Who needs a plastic thimble? And I know you Brits are laughing at this because you totally get it. What about that fish? There's a fish, and you put it on your hand, it's red. And depending on how it curves is depending on your emotion of the day. I hope I find one of them this year, because then I can show you when we have our Boxing Day live, folks. So anyway, the cracker came about because a man came up with sugared almonds for Christmas treats, but they weren't being sold that well in this country. You need the fish thing. Yes, Sherry, it's so fun. In fact, where did I see them? I saw them the other day and you could buy them. Glastonbury, I think. I think you could just buy the fish. Yeah. They are so funny, Sherry. I mean, gosh. The things that go in, I mean, you can have really great ones that have like proper silver items in, or you can have ones that are real cheap, tacky things, and they are the best because they are the funniest. And they just remind me so much of my childhood, remind my girls of their childhood. And it's like a piece of paper that just fits on your hand. I'll have to find one, get one. We need it in alive, don't we, on Boxing Day? Anyway, so a cracker goes at everybody's place at the table. So inside it's got the joke that I said, or quite often nowadays, they don't always have jokes, they have information. A joke, a gift, a little toy of some description, and a hat, so a paper hat. And so the man that invented the cracker, he came up with the idea of, he made some sugar almonds. Well, nobody was buying his sugar almonds. And so he came up with, I believe I'm correct. If I'm not correct, somebody let me know in the comments. From my memory, anyway. I think I talked about it in the video of Henry's because I was reading it out. Yeah, sugared almonds. Nobody was buying them. Decided he's going to put them in something like this and present them in something like this. But the thing is, they have a bang in them. So when you pull this, do you want to pull one end and mummy pull the other? So you pull that end. Right, you've got to look down at it. That's it. Ready? So you go 1, 2, 3. And when you do it, all around the table, everybody links hands. So you got your cracker there and you'll link your hand with the next person. I'll link my hand with Maisie here. And we'll pull this cracker. She will be on to the next person with their cracker. And then when we go 1, 2, 3, go, everybody pulls their cracker like that. And a little bang goes off. But the thing is, like these toy crackers, they don't snap in the middle. They snap at one end because of all the pressure you're putting on one end. These are just kids for show. But they do make that, they do bang. And so the person who just gets the end is the loser. The person who gets this end gets whatever's inside. So that is fun. And that is really random. And that is a terribly British thing to do. So that's crackers, not crackers you eat. But the fun thing is, for us all, I went to buy some last 2 weeks ago when Kerry was here. I went to buy some at Sainsbury's, and when I got through all the till, the self-service, when I got through the till, it beeped. And I was like, I haven't bought any medication. I haven't bought any alcohol. Why is it beeping? And I couldn't understand why. And so I had to wait for the sales assistant to come over. And she said, have you got medicine? No. Have you got alcohol? No. She said, what do you have then? And I was like, I don't know. So she had a look. She went, it's the crackers. And I said, what? She said, yes, because 16-year-olds under 16s aren't allowed to buy crackers because they have a little bit of gunpowder in them that make the bang, folks. Did you know? Christ. How crap is that? And I bet you guys over the pond are laughing your heads off because you've got guns and God knows what over there. And we can't even buy a cracker without it getting flagged at the supermarket. There we go. Isn't that funny? Hey, you want to cut up the turkey? You cut up the turkey. I think Jack will like this. This is a cutting thing. I forgot we had this. Set. And then I remembered that Carla was asking about some British traditions. Yes. And this is one. The crackers. I'm the good old bird. I think because it was a rare occasion. You're from Texas and we all own gunpowder. Exactly. And you've got to be 16 to have a little tiny bit that makes, I mean, it's a really slither. I can't wait, Carla, to show you. I can't wait to show you the little slither of paper that's inside it with the tiniest slither of gunpowder on the end. And you've got to be 16 to have it. Funky. Teens can buy fireworks here. And at the Native American lands, they buy mini dynamite to set off. I hate the 4th of July. Yeah, Russ and I was watching something the other night. And it wasn't in America, but it was like somebody's like walking around the world. And wherever he was, they were setting the fireworks off like in the middle of like the place. It was just amazing. It was like, completely crazy to us over here. And I don't know. People say about it now every year, because of course for us we have the 5th of November, which is our bonfire night, and we are more and more people are not using fireworks, which is what we do. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. So it's a shame that we're losing those sort of traditions, but I mean, fireworks scare animals, don't they? So that's another big thing. Plus, you've got the fireworks being let off, the rockets fireworks being let off into farmers' fields and things like that. And of course, they don't want to clear up after somebody. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, really. I've seen some really good light display with LED lights, but they just don't have the same effect. They just don't have the same effect as that. Well, if you ever get a chance to come across this book, this is a really good book. I've had this for such a long time. The Stories of Our Christmas Customs. Now, this was published, so things have changed. Thoughts change. This was published in 1964. And it's done by the Ladybird Books. And when it came out, it was 18 pence. You see that? 18 pence. And so I thought I'd have a look if there was a Boxing Day one in here, because I know Carla asked me about Boxing Day. And it's got all sorts. So it talks about plum pudding and mince pies there that we talked about. Yeah, plum pudding is called because in days gone by, prunes were used in the making of Christmas pudding. Do you know what? Prunes are dried plums. Today we use currants, raisins, and sultanas. And we use suet, breadcrumbs, eggs, and spices, which they did back then as well. But I want to have a look to see if they've got Boxing Day in here. Aha. Okay, I'll read that to you. Well, I'll skim read it. Your cats hide for hours with fireworks. Yeah, I know. Fireworks are not so great. You all right there? Are you cutting up the turkey? Cut his leg off, then. There we go. Auntie Becky likes a leg of turkey. That's it. Mummy likes the breast. That's it. Then we'll boil up the carcass for soup, like good little mummies. Boxing Day. So this is how I've always understood it. I haven't even read that. I probably have read that years ago and took it in then. So maybe. When we go to church, I don't know how the churches are anywhere else, but in Great Britain, churches have money trays or money bags. When you go to church on a Sunday, you always make a donation to the church, and the church then used to, doesn't so much now, share that out. It had to be like for things for the church, but also for any poor in the community. I don't think that happens so much now. Not so many people go to church, unfortunately, over here. Not so many Christian churches in England are used. The congregations aren't as big. You have this book, Ruth, do you? It's brilliant, isn't it? Boxing Day for one start was many, we're talking hundreds of they would collect money for the poor in the church service on a Christmas Day, and they would unbox that, sort the box out, Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, and that would be then divvied out for the poor. Okay, yours has a white cover. Oh, I'd be interested to know the date of that one. Be interested to know the date. Mine says 1964 on it. Yeah, so that is So that is as far back as the first trail of thought ever came up. So gradually what happened is more and more people then got servants. They would give their servants were allowed time off to go to church, and they would also give them a little bit of time off to go to church and go and visit family at Christmas. And one of the things they would do is give them a box of produce, to take with them when they go back and see their family the day after Christmas. And so another reason for Boxing Day. So that is 2 reasons that I know of for Boxing Day. Now let's see what is in here. Boxing Day is really St. Stephen's Day. St. Stephen was the first to die for preaching about Jesus. Therefore, he has the honor of having his day next to Christ's birthday. Wow, and I forgot that. In many churches, you will see boxes in which to put money for poor people. Remember, this was published in 1964. So it might cause offense to some people today. Years ago, this was much more common than it is now. So pre-1964, because there were many badly fed and poorly clothed people. In the Middle Ages, the priests opened the boxes on St. Stephen's Day and divided the money amongst the poor. St. Stephen's Day therefore became known as Boxing Day. Later, it became the custom for wealthy people to give their servants gifts on this day. They were usually money gifts. Money gifts given in small boxes and called Christmas boxes. About 100 years ago, so this is 1964, so 1864. About 100 years ago, Christmas boxes became what they are today, just money gifts, but without a box. And these were given to anyone, such as the lamplighter. There is still a lamplighter in London. Do you know that? There is still a lamplighter in London. We don't need lamplighters anymore because we have electricity and solar power now. So lamplighters and the postman who had served people during the year. Today, Christmas boxes are usually given before Christmas. And there's a picture of money gifts to the poor in the Middle Ages. So there we go. Today we have the lesson in Boxing Day. But so I don't know about anybody else, but I always give to the bin men. I mean, it's not so bad now over here. Now we have minimum wage. So we actually do have minimum wage. But when I was growing up, we didn't have minimum wage. So you always tipped the paper boy or girl, the postman, the milkman. And what else have they put there? Postman. Oh, not the lamplighter. We didn't have a lamplighter in our village. But we did. And I was a paper girl. So that was delivering newspapers before school in the mornings. And then one night a week, there was an evening paper come out for the weekend. But it came out on a Thursday night for the weekend. And I used to do that as well. I used to get used to like doing my paper round because you used to get a good amount of treats at Christmas and Easter, Christmas and Easter. Because you didn't really get any holidays back then, as any away holidays back then, like most people are entitled to today. I don't even think you're allowed to do. I don't even think over here now you're even allowed to go to have a part-time job until you're more than 15. I was doing my paper round when I was 11. And I walked because I've always hated cycling. So I can ride a bike, but because of, I think I must have had fibro or something for years because my legs have always been awful and I've never enjoyed cycling, but I've always enjoyed walking and I could always walk for miles and miles or run. I also used to do a lot of running, but yes. And now I still do gift to the postman and the bin men. Oh, that was another one, the bin men. I knew there was another one we used to gift to. Oh, the coal man, because you used to get the coal man come. And the thing is, if you tip them, you know, they looked after you. That was always the way that we learned. So yeah, I always give to the postman, and you know, if every house gave the postman £5, he'd soon have a lot of money, wouldn't he? And then now when the delivery men come the week before Christmas as well, I just have some treats, some sweet treats, and just offer them, not anything I've made myself. I used to do what I'd made myself, like cookies and things, but of course, you just don't want to be making anybody ill, do you? You don't want that on your conscience. And so I moved away from doing that. And I just, you know, offer them anything that I've bought, and just offer, you know, selection to any delivery person that's coming, to the bin men, or I think they're called recycling people now, because they're not all men, they're women. So yeah. That was interesting to share that, because it makes me think about things that have gone on as well in the past. Right. Should we take this off, this dress now? Should we take this dress off? So I've been learning how to do her hair. I've been watching some tutorials about how to do hair better, because I'm really rubbish with hair. But a friend of mine got some really, really nice hair bands from down in our town, in our local town. And so I feel like I need to, hair bows, I mean. So I feel like I need to go and find some hair bows for this one. But I'm not sure whether I can do it. I can do it before Christmas, but from Thursday, we are off to Ireland. So you'll see this, but nobody else will see this. So I can tell you, nobody else will see this until Monday. So don't forget, 2 weeks' time, the Monday will be 2 hours long. And then we're going to share some mince pies, so you can see what the inside of a mince pie is like. I'm not sure if I can make any, because I'm not sure if I could get the fruit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If anybody has any ideas for that Monday when we do our 2 hour live, I know you want me to do cooking for that. None of you have ate my food. Now, come on. That's, you know, not always a good idea. Well, I could eat cheese and biscuits, because cheese, you don't need it to cook. Cheese is traditional. Do you have different, like, do you have like a cheese board at Christmas? Or I tell you what, who doesn't eat a turkey at Christmas? Because I've had my children say, I don't want a turkey. I don't like turkey. And then when you say, we're not having turkey this year, I'm going to do a piece of beef, they're like, what? But we've always have turkey. We've got to have turkey. We're very funny over here. We are very funny. Am I missing anybody's comments? Because I haven't seen the comments move. Were you just listening to me? Is anybody changing a baby while they're here? Where's that? So I'm going to put this pinafore on Maisie, but what tights shall I put on? The light brown or the darker brown? These are more like a cream, like an oatmeal color, or the darker color. That's the color of the pinafore. It's navy. It's got both the colors, both those colors of the tights. And so it's got browns in it, navy, red, and it is shorts. And I'm going to put her on this top underneath. So this top has this underneath. Can you talk? No? Okay. Well, I'm just going to change her into this. And then she's ready. Really, I should be doing what Auntie Ruth is and putting her in bedclothes, but she's changed. So I was going to take her today to see Roz and Bob, but I took Molly. I didn't film it. I haven't seen them for so long, and I really just wanted to just go and have a chat. They've moved. I just wanted to go. Just sometimes I feel rude, like even though everybody knows I video, I just don't like. Sometimes I just feel rude asking, saying, "Do you mind if I video?" I just feel like people have to watch what they say in their own home, and to me, that's just, you know, it's their home. If we were out, like I did a bit with Sarah, if we were out, then I would have videoed, but not when I'm going into somebody's home. Hey. So yeah, I took Molly. Molly looks very Christmassy. She looks amazing. She's got red on. She's got a lush tartan, like jumper dress on. She looks so blooming cute. So I will video her tomorrow, and Henry, because Henry's got red on as well. So I'll video the pair of them in red. And because somebody asked me what she looks like, what Molly looked like in the doona. So I'm going to I'll do a video and upload that. And I also want to do a coffee and a chat, because I haven't done one of those for the normal channel, for the normal subscribers. Not you special folk who pay, who pay to listen to me yipping on. This is a bit short for Annie, so I bought this for Annie. Can you remember, guys, me buying this? This is a few years ago. I got this when I took Annie to Scotland. That was quite a few years ago. I can't see anybody's comments, so I hope you can hear me. Well, I haven't seen anybody's comments change, is what I mean. The last comment I can see is Ruth saying mine has a white cover. So I hope, I can see that 13 people are watching. So I do hope that you can still hear me, or that you are commenting. We don't normally have a problem, do we? Well, we haven't had a problem so far. And I think, what's this, number 6? Is this number 6 or number 7? That looks nice on you. Yeah, so I bought this for Annie, and she wore it once, but it showed off her tops of her legs too much. And so her join when she sat down, and I didn't really like that. Molly's worn it. It looks nice on Molly. I just love the on the Ping Lao, this Ping Lao as well. Her plate goes right down to there. I love that. I love that. I think, seeing as I've had no answer, or are you answering and I'm not seeing? I am scrolling. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. We may find out when I finish in 6 minutes. So I'm going to see Sam and Ben next week. And I don't really have a Christmas party with some ladies. And then I don't really have much else, because I really, really, really want to just be and enjoy Sylvania, my Sylvanian land. I really want to make my, I haven't made the Christmas spectacular this year. I think it was so spectacular last year that Bob doesn't mind this year that we're not having another spectacular. There we go. So I chose the beige ones, everybody. Oh, they fit you well. These are 6 to 12 months, but they look so small. but they stretch. And every time I pick them out, I think, God, they're so small. But then I forget that they really have such good stretch on them. They were a pack of 3 in Next, and I think I got them in the sale a long time ago. Maybe, yeah, there are 12 of you watching, and my timer is working, and it says I'm still live, but I haven't seen a comment since Ruth's. Do we have a problem with the comments, guys? I don't know. I don't know. They don't know. We don't know, do we? There we go. This looks pretty on you. I can already tell it's going to look beautiful. You are beautiful, so it's going to look beautiful because you're already beautiful, aren't you, darling? Okay. It's definitely cold here. Definitely colder. The weather is colder. After so much rain and storms. Oh, Libby, did you message me? No, somebody else messaged me. Emily, I think, and asked me what the weather was like over here. It was bad. We have had awful storms, but not as bad as a lot of other areas. So wonder if anybody is messaging me to tell me that they can't comment. Have the comments stopped or something? Well, my timing is still going. My timing is still going, so I'm assuming that you can. I'm still live here, and I can see that there are 11 people watching, and I think that we have 12 or 13 friendship. I think we must have 13 if I seen a 13 up there. I don't know, unless somebody's put it on another tablet or something of theirs. I don't really know how that works. I don't know if you can. I'm guessing if you put me live on here, and you can watch live if you wanted. If you're on my live in your family, like, not that you are, but this is just how my head works. If you are a family and you're trying to watch it upstairs, and your daughter or your mum is trying to watch it downstairs, you both can. So that's how it will make more people watching than paying. I think that's how it works. I don't know actually, but I'm very concerned that I haven't seen anybody from Ruth since Ruth that says mine has a white cover. Nobody gave me a suggestion about the tights. So we just went with the lighter color. I don't know. I don't really like the darker ones that much. I don't really like the dark brown. I like navy. And I definitely don't like putting my babies in black unless they've got something on underneath them. So if I was putting my babies in black leggings or black tights, then they would have some other lighter tights on underneath. Oh, aren't they cute? We're all commenting. I just can't see. Well, Carla, thank you for messaging me. Oh my God. I don't know why I can't see anybody, Carla. Thank you so much. Wow, isn't that strange? That is very strange. What does that? I daren't press a button because I don't know. What's this one? Oh, no, I don't know what that means. Chat filter. All messages. Oh, now I can see them. Oh, my God. Bloody hell. Caroline can't see the comments, but she can read our minds. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you very much. You all picked the lighter tights. Yay. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Was it newborn? What did I miss? What did I miss? Because someone's put that was naughty. She's very. Oh no, someone's had something happen. I'm having to scroll back now, guys. Someone got scammed. Oh. The vegan dinosaur. You got scammed. That sucks. Oh, I'm so cross now. You got scammed. Wow. Wow, that is just absolutely awful. That is not. I hope you didn't pay out too much money. Oh, God, that makes me so mad. What Christmas outfit has Frankie got? Tammy, I just saw that. Do you know what, Tammy? I'm not sure what she'll choose. Thank you, everybody. We did put the lighter tights on. What I figured out is down in my side, on the left-hand side, there is a little like funny shaped button. And if I press that, it shows either top messages or all messages or something else. So that's why I couldn't see. Oh my God. So we've learned another thing tonight, guys. Thanks, Sherry. So now I know. Yeah, vegan. Vegan, you'd paid a... Oh. I got to stay on longer now to catch up with chat. You're right, Tammy, I do. Oh my God. Oh, good job, vegan. It is. It's really, really... That is just awful. And they're out this time of year. The scammers are out in force, aren't they? Wow. I'm always so anxious about buying. That's why I go to the dog shows as well, you know, so you get to see. I know that's not an option for everybody. Sorry, I sounded like I was pretty flippant there. I wasn't being. It's because you get to know people. And another reason I'm not in so many groups is because I probably would get scammed because I'm such a trusting person. Sherry, always pay with PayPal for safety. Yes. Is it that safe, Sherry? I don't know. The vegan dinosaur's got a vintage Christmas outfit. Oh my God, we need to set up a Facebook page or something, don't we? So we can all share photos and things just of the people who are on here. Libby, thank you, Libby. Always ask for a security photo. No, Libby is an artist, so. And Sherry's, yes, you can get your money back very easily. How I understood it though, Sherry, is if you pay by PayPal, and I don't know, Libby might know this as well, or anybody else. I mean, Sweet Tea is a Reborn artist as well. If you pay by PayPal, if you pay like over installments, say you paid 3 installments, you can only get back, you can't get all of those installments back. Or a safety video, Carla. Yeah. I normally do, but apparently the 3-year-old is hard to get. Yeah, I think June is still hard to get. I agree. She is. But, you know, sometimes we are just too trusting as well, aren't we? Especially if we know from a friend, from a friend, from a friend, or something like that. And sometimes it's not even like from a... sometimes, even if you've had a baby from a certain person before, or a friend from a friend has not had a problem, doesn't mean that you're not going to have an issue with that person, especially this time of year. Never pay friends and family at PayPal. No. But I'm sure that there's something that also says if you pay for it, say you're buying a baby for £300, if you're paying in 3 installments of £100, then you won't get all those installments back. I think it might be just that last installment that you paid you got back. Libby doesn't do layaways. Don't blame you. Don't blame you, Libby. And you did get your money back, vegan. Wow, that's brilliant. Brilliant. A sweet tea. Yeah, 3-year-old is very hard to find. Oh, guys, I know what I was going to say to you. I know we've gone over, but like you all say, Henny, I always tell my customers to pay PayPal goods and services. Yes. And I, as a buyer, Henny, always want to pay that and say, I'll pay that extra. I'll pay the extra for my and for your peace of mind. But I always say that as well. Unless I can directly like walk up to them and be nice to them in a not so nice way. But I'm a little bit concerned about Grumpy's, talking about being scammed. I'm a little bit concerned about Grumpy's Christmas present. So I bought him a Christmas present that is quite pricey, because I've always got dolls in the back of my mind, right? I've always got dolls in the back of my mind and how much they cost. And being a nice wife, you know, all he does for me. But I pay for it. Nothing's come in the post. I've got an email and a phone number. I can't tell you what it is, because in case he comes across this live, but I'll let you know Christmas Day if it all worked out. No, when I go to my daughter's in Ireland, I'm just gonna tell her all about it and she'll figure it out for me. But yeah, so because it had postage on the thing, I was expecting to get something in the post, and as yet nothing's come. So I hope this one doesn't come back and bite me on the arse, because that money could have gone on a nice baby. Oh, so watch out, guys. Watch out for this time of year. But talking about nice babies, what about the baby that I opened last week then? You're putting your money towards an Ivy Jane from an artist most of my babies are from. Well done. Well done. Yeah. He better like his gift. He had, Sherry. He had. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll be doing to get my next baby. Anyway, you know the baby that I opened last week on our live? Whoa, I didn't realize she's like a sought after artist in America. LaDonna? I didn't realize that that's who it had originally come from. It was a pre-loved baby, but it had come from an artist in this country, from a lady in America who had made it, LaDonna. And I'd never heard of it. And if you look at the comments on the video from last week's live, you'll see lots of people would comment, yes, Sherry, LaDonna Briggs. I didn't even know that. Wow. So I, like, when people were telling me, I like went straight on and had a look, and yes, her work. And she's made the Berringers to be more affordable for people. She's reborn the Berringers to be more affordable. So remember, it is a giveaway that I'm going to do on Boxing Day for that. And it'll be for everybody who is a member, not who's in the chat, but who is a member. But we will be doing the live draw in the chat on Boxing Day. So on Boxing Day morning, I will write down everybody's names who we've got members. I think there's only something like 21, 22. There might be maybe 23 by then. But and then we will do the live draw in the chat on Boxing Day. So then I can get New Year out of the way before I post, so that there'll be no delays anywhere for her. So yeah, I think, you know, I won it. I won her from a ticket, from a, what was it, £5, £7 ticket. And so I see that LaDonna collects vintage toys, outfits, and always sends them with her purchases. I saw that, and she collects vintage dolls as well, doesn't she? Just looked amazing. And I was just like, wow, and I got one. how great, how lucky am I? It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm so glad now that I didn't say, oh yeah, Emma Jane can have that one. I'm so glad I'm playing it forward. Yeah. Yeah, vintage everything. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, and she goes to the doll show, goes to doll shows and things. So I was a bit blown away by that when I started reading them. I know what I'll do on Boxing Day, Ruth, is I will put out some feelers for timings for everybody, but bearing in mind that we've got some people across the water whose timings are quite behind ours. So I don't know. So anyway, I'll put some timings up, and then you guys just choose. Go on our community tab like you do, like we're all used to going on now, even me, even though I sometimes get it wrong. And just try and go on our tab and see if you can, and just comment on, you know, what time would be better for you. That I'll just put a list of times, mornings, afternoons, and evenings, and then we'll just go on whichever one has the most. Sherry, do they? So Sherry says, at doll shows, people run to her booth to get her babies. Wow. Oh, vegan, that's sweet. Always a better day when you go live. I wasn't sure tonight, actually, because my eyes were so bad. I was thinking, gosh, people aren't going to want to look at me and my eyes. But they don't look too bad, actually, on camera. They're quite bloodshot. But it's only from the dogs today. I can't remember. I'm sure they've got 5. I said 4, I think. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they've got 3 big dogs and 2 little ones. Yes, Carla's 6 hours behind. Sherry is 8 hours behind Greenwich Mean Time. Wow. So you are. So I'll try and think of that when I go up with, when I arrange, when I think of the time zones. Yeah, Libby. Yeah, Sugar Plum Baby over here. People run to her stall. And so I rarely, as any of you know, watch the doll shows. I rarely get to, when I get to Sugar Plum Babies, her babies have gone, because people run to her stall. And so by the time I get there, people have gone. I think it was only at Basildon did I get there and she had 1 baby left. I think occasionally I've got there and she's had 1 baby, but they do run to her as well. So when I have a look at the times then for Boxing Day, and I see what's on the telly here. We've got no visitors Boxing Day, so I will put up some times. I don't have a favourite artist. Yes, Shirley baby, Sugar Plum is Shirley. Yes, vegan dinosaur. Yeah. I don't have a favourite artist, not at all. It's who I gravitate towards. And like I say, when I first had the Reborns, it was only America that I knew about. I didn't even know anything about them in the UK. So, and that's where I found Annie, and that was Bonnie's Babies in Pennsylvania. And so I've had a lot of her. So Emma Jane, Timothy, Frankie, Emma Jane, Annie, and Timothy are all by Bonnie's Babies. She is my favorite artist. She doesn't reborn anymore, and her mum used to do rooting, and Debbie did both. And vegan Sarah Bass is brilliant. Yes. Amy is a really good artist, a really good artist. She's a brilliant up and coming artist. So I have like Amy, who is doing up the babies, and I have Susan Reynolds, Bonnell Babies. I have a lot of hers. Oh yes, you said about your mum, your dad. I love how last year you unwrapped gifts with the babies days after Christmas. Well, it's a hard job trying to fit it all in when I have everybody here. But this year, I always like doing my baby's Christmas really on Christmas Day still, because it's Christmas Day to me. So I like to do Frankie is the only one that has a stocking, a big Christmas stocking. So me and her always do that on the bed Christmas Day in the morning. And it depends what gifts I get off of other people. It depends how many people's been here. So Christmas Day we'll have Jack. So I'll probably leave my Christmas Day proper until Boxing Day. How much do I spend? Oh, goodness. Oh, I don't know. How much do I spend on each baby? Well, I don't spend anything, do I? Because Father Christmas brings all the presents for the babies. But I think if we went into a shop, I think it would be, I have no idea, actually. It just depends. I don't like spending too much because that's crazy. But I do spend because toys are my thing. Hang on, Millie. Hang on. Won't be long now. Toys are my thing. So, yeah. Jack is lovely. Jack is lovely. Jack is delightful. He is getting bigger all the time. Yeah, I'll do a little video because we'll see him this weekend. So I will do a little video. I don't like to put up too much of him because he's not mine, is he? So, and you've got to be so careful of the internet today. But looks like Millie wants to come off the bed. Father Christmas is bringing books. I love stocking fillers as well, Tammy. All of the babies have a stocking. But Frankie gets the big stocking because she's the big girl. So she gets extra special mummy time because the babies take up a lot of time. So she gets extra special mummy time. And I love books. I love books. The babies are all getting excited, particularly Frankie because of school. Particularly Frankie. Amelia is going to Amy's on Thursday. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm always sad to see Christmas go. So watching yours Christmas extend a week or two makes me feel less sad. Well, we do because traditionally 12 days of Christmas. So Christmas doesn't end until 12 days after, does it? That's what happens over here. So we go right on through until New Year's Day. And then most people go back to work the day after New Year's Day. But it's not until the 12th night, really, is it, that the kings came to baby Jesus. So the 12th night is not until really you take your tree down. And, you know, the tree was traditionally hanging from the ceiling, wasn't it? Because it was like, ta-da, there's the baby. And the gifts are supposed to be gifts for baby Jesus, not as manic as it is today. But there we go. Times change. Eduardo has asked Father Christmas for a tri-cut of big boy pants. Big boy pants. Grandchildren are a blessing. Absolutely. Children are a blessing. People here even have to work. Well, people here who work on Christmas Day are like my daughter, nurse. Any of the services, like those rescue services. Volunteers, obviously, lifeboat volunteers. Anybody who volunteers. But also people, carers, care in the community people. Some people will work as some spa shops will open. Some of the garages will be open. But you can't really go and do any shopping on Christmas Day. We tend to have a shopping more on Boxing Day because that's when the sales traditionally started. So that was traditional then. Your daughter's a nurse too, Sherry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I'm going to have to go because I've got a patient puppy dog waiting over there for me. And she knows that she's very good because if I tell her I'm waiting, I'll be there. She knows I will be there. So she's patiently waiting on my bed. So thank you very much, everybody. You always thought that was the 12th before. 12 days of Christmas. On the 12th day, on the 12th day, the kings come to the baby Jesus. They had to come all that way because this baby Jesus wasn't born until the 25th, or that's the day we chose, was the 25th. But anyway, bye, everybody. See you next week on Monday. We're back to normal next week on Monday. Last night, I went out with my daughter and I tried Wagamamas for the first time. And I don't like Wagamama. Not going to have any of that food again. So there we go. Thank you for putting up with that last night and the swap tonight. And don't forget, the Christmas Eve is a 2-hour live. And then we will be back again on Boxing Day as an extra treat. Bye, everybody. I love you all. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.